than just the headlines. Charlotte's Morning News goes in depth.
Well, we talked about the Republican primary in North Carolina's 8th Congressional District, headed for the runoff on June the 22nd. Tim DiAnnunzio versus Harold Johnson, the winner with the right to take on the incumbent Democrat U.S. Rep. Larry Kissel in November. And once upon a time, big guy, Harold Johnson, worked here at WBT Radio and, of course, a long time at WSOC Channel 9. And, Harold, I'd like to talk to you about NASCAR Hall of Fame and some of that stuff, but you're a little busy right now, aren't you?
You know, Jim, it's really funny. This consumes you. This truly does. I thought sports was all inclusive, but this certainly does involve so much of your time. But you know what? It's a cause that I truly believe in. When I was in the Marine Corps, I got very interested in politics. It carried through when I went to college at Lenore Ryan and got my degree in economics. And I firmly believe if you're a good person with good ideas and you can make a difference, and I look at others that did it before me, Steve Largent, Jim Bunning now, and somebody said, Harold, sports, can you get into politics? Yes, you can. And these guys did very well in Washington, and I hope to do the same.
Well, Harold, we're talking about the runoff that's coming up June 22nd with the other Republican left in the race, DiAnnunzio. But it seems to me that Larry Kissel's in an interesting position as an incumbent Democrat who voted against health care reform. Does that tamp down some of the anger in the district? How are you campaigning for that?
Not at all. Stacey, what happened, Larry Kissel, he's a history teacher, and he taught school. So, you know what, I respect that. My wife taught school for 15 years. But here's basically the difference. He voted to end debate on the bill in Washington, which cut off any Republican efforts to either amend or even repeal a very bad health care bill. Then he voted to bring it to a vote, but then he voted against it. Well, Republicans immediately saw through what he did. He got a pass from Nancy Pelosi because she knew he was getting a lot of heat back home. And Democrats, you saw what happened. He even had a primary opponent, and they were very, very angry. So it turned out to be a lose-lose situation for him. And by the way, one of the candidates, we had 6 people running. One of the candidates took a poll that said which one of the candidates could give Larry Kissel a run for his money and perhaps beat him, and I won that poll. And I feel very confident. We're going to do very well in the runoff coming up June 22nd, and we're going to do very well against Larry Kissel. We can win this seat back.
Harold, thank you so much for talking with us. Harold Johnson, of course, we'll talk to Tim DiAnnunzio as well in the days to come. There's a June 22nd runoff for the Republican Party in the 8th District. WBT News Time, 7:20. Team coverage of WBT.